What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am, and today I've got a story time for you guys from a long time ago. Oh my gosh, I feel older every time I make a story from my past. 8th grade. I had a friend of mine that was a little bit of an engineering kid. He just liked to build stuff and goof around, and one day, he ended up making this potato cannon that was a little bit too big for his britches. We were doing some stuff we weren't supposed to be doing, and instead of launching a potato cannon, he ended up launching a hole into his basement wall. But hey, that's the way the balls bounce sometimes. Or should I say the spud bounces, but get it? Because it's about potatoes. Regardless, it should be a pretty entertaining video. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. And yeah, before we get into it, be sure to press the like button, or no joke, no scam, you're going to get shot with a potato gun next Thanksgiving. And it's not very pleasant, dude. They can launch potatoes pretty fast, and without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so as I said, in 8th grade I had a friend that was a pretty engineering type of kid. Ingenuitous, I guess would be the word for it. I don't know if that's a real word. He was just always goofing off, kind of messing with stuff, tinkering around. His dad was a mechanic, so he had this workshop on his parents' property where he was kind of allowed to goof off and just do whatever he wanted. And one day we were in science class. We had the same science class together, and we were learning about, different types of forces and whatnot. And our teacher ended up telling us about how she, when she was younger, had made potato guns with her brothers, and they had had a bunch of fun running around shooting each other with potato guns. And my friend, being the kid he is, was obviously immensely interested in figuring out how to build these things. Because when you have somebody, especially a science teacher, telling you that you can build something that you can shoot at people and it hurts and leaves bruises but it won't kill you, obviously as like a middle school boy, you're like, this is the greatest thing ever. I mean, I don't know what it is, dude. I don't know if this was just me. This still is the case. Something about paintball airsoft is just fun. Being able to, like, shoot your friends with stuff that just makes them go ow, but, like, doesn't really hurt them. It's a good time. I mean, I guess if you're really crazy, you might just like shooting your friends. I'm not like that, though. Please stay away from me and, please maybe get some help. But regardless, after class, my friend starts harassing this teacher, asking her, oh, how do you do it? How do you do it? How do you do it? And she resists for a while, but after a couple days of hounding her, he finally breaks her down, and she ends up getting a flash drive and putting this schematic she had found from some Googling that looked pretty similar to some stuff that she used to build on there. And so my friend goes home and he builds a potato gun pretty quickly. He builds one, he sends a video of it to this like group chat we had, and obviously everyone's excited. And most of our friends in that group chat lived pretty far away. I lived close enough where I could skate over to his house. So he says, I'm working on something else. It'll be done tomorrow. Ryan, do you want to come over and you can see how it works? And obviously, I'm obviously down to figure out how a potato gun works. I don't really know too much about it, but even just to go see it would be cool. And there was really nothing else going on. So I say, yeah, sure, I'll come over tomorrow. And for the rest of that night, he keeps sending us videos of the potato gun he had built, and it just gets more and more powerful, to the point where, like, he shoots it at this workshop wall thing that they have. It was kind of like this metal building in their backyard, and it dents it. Like, he dents metal with this potato gun. And obviously, at that point, everybody is kind of like, all right, well, we're not having wars with these things if they're able to dent metal. I understand it won't kill me, but I'm just not really down to get a bruise the size of, like, a potato farm. And he says, yeah, I understand. Trust me, I'm just messing with this so I can send you guys a video of what I'm working on tomorrow. Ryan will see it, and, like, we'll take a video and we'll show you guys. So I don't really know what he's building. All I know is, for whatever reason, he's trying to find more and more ways to, like, send potatoes faster and faster, dude. He was basically trying to develop a rail gun for potatoes. And while, listen, I can get down to some mashed potatoes, I don't want them to be made by, like, cracking into my ribs. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really okay. So, whatever, I'm kind of chilling. I play some video games. No one else really talks in the group chat that night. And the next morning, I wake up at, like, 11. I could sleep in a lot longer back then. And I hop on my skateboard and I start skating over to his house. And I get there and I knock on the door. And I ask his mom where he is and if he can hang out. And usually what would happen when I go to this guy's house, she'd go, oh, he's in the workshop, da-da-da-da-da, here's some sodas, you guys have fun. But this time she goes, oh yeah, he's expecting you, he's in the basement, he won't let anyone see what he's been working on, and he's very, very excited. And usually, whenever this guy would be working on anything, he would tell his mom and his dad about it. Because as I said, his dad was a mechanic, so he was usually, like, super interested in everything his son was building too, So, the fact that he was keeping a secret and he had been working on making the potato gun shoot harder and harder definitely made me a little bit nervous. But I'm like, oh, okay. And they had a basement. Not many houses in Vegas do, but they did. So I go down the stairs to this dude's basement, and he's standing there smiling ear to ear, bro. But not like in a, yo, man, it's good to see you way, but in like what I'm about to show you is really weird and like you're gonna crack up because it's insane way. And he's standing next to this thing that only looks like a smaller version of an artillery gun. Like, in Call of Duty, those giant artillery guns, it probably looks like a mini version of that. Like mini bike to a real motorcycle levels of scale. That's what I would say it kind of looks like, and it has this sheet over it. And he goes, "Are you ready?" And obviously, I'm ready. I have a pretty good idea of what he is. And he rips it off, and it's this potato gun. Except the air canister that usually launches a potato is similar to like a Super Soaker-esque. Well, he had, I guess, fiddled around with it and ended up making one that used one of those like 5-gallon water jugs as the air tank. And he had basically just made a bigger version of a potato gun with a lot more air and a lot more power behind it. And, he just starts smiling and pointing at it going, "What do you think?" And honestly, I wasn't really sure what to think at that moment, bro. I didn't know if I was looking at something that's going to be banned from the Geneva Convention. Like, potato guns were already supposed to hurt enough, and he had just made a supersized one. But obviously, I was like, it looks really impressive, because it did. It looked really cool. He had this button to fill it up with, like, an air compressor from an air mattress. It was really well put together, all right? Not in terms of the quality of putting it together, but, like, when someone just used such random parts to put something together that you have to give them credit because you just never thought it would be possible? And he says, "Okay, watch this." And he goes down to the end of his basement, and their entire top floor was in the basement, but there was no rooms. So, like, the length of the basement was the length of the house. And they had a long house, so it's pretty far down there. And he goes and he sets up all these pillows. And he says, "All right, watch out." So he steps back, the compressor starts going, it goes. He presses the button, and the potato shoots. And usually with the potato gun, I had never seen one go off, but I'm assuming it's pretty similar to like other slower moving projectile stuff where you can kind of see it moving. I hear the sound and I don't see a potato move, and then I just hear a goomph as it hits into the pillows at the other end down there. And the pillows kind of do like the concave thing. Like, you ever punched a pillow really hard and it kind of sucks in on itself, bro? It gets like the liposuction surgery pillow version. That's what they look like, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, the pillow kind of caught it, like a catcher's mitt. So we start going over there, and when I'm over there, I'm realizing he had put a bunch of pillows end to end to end to end to end. Like, there was a crap ton of pillows kind of all lined up. And I'm looking in the first pillow, and it's kind of caved in, and I start reaching for the potato in there, and I don't find it. But what I do find is I pull my hand out, and there's some feathers on it. This dude had made a potato cannon that shot through some pillows. It went through 2 layers of pillows before finally getting caught in the third one. And I know that, like, pillows aren't necessarily the most intimidating thing of all time. I've watched every season of Deadliest Warrior, okay? I've seen what they can do with ballistic gel. But I'm just saying, it doesn't bode very confidence for wanting to get shot with something when you just watch it launch a vegetable through something, dude. Like, I was seriously impressed. And my friend is just kind of laughing like an evil maniac because he just can't believe that he actually was able to make it. So we're kind of like, this is awesome. But the one thing that both of us had noticed is that the air jug he had used, which was basically just a water jug, had kind of bulged a little bit at the end, almost like it wasn't supposed to be filled that much, probably because it wasn't supposed to be used as like an air compression unit thingamajiggy. I don't know what it would be called, but whatever, it had bulged up a bit. He tells me it's fine, we should do it again, and whatever. It was really cool, I can't lie, so I'm not exactly telling him not to. I'm like, yeah, let's shoot another one. So we do it again, it bulges up a little bit more, no biggie. And then this time he says, okay, I don't think I've been holding it as long as I can. I think I can get even more air in it. And I'm like, yo, dude, if you think you can do it, then by all means, let's do it. And I know some of you right now are like, oh my gosh, why would you say that? I'm not the type of guy who can build anything, okay? Like, sure, I probably have slightly more MacGyver skills than the average American because my dad, is like a handyman, literally. The man can build anything. So I've picked up stuff from hanging out with him, but compared to this dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't build a potato gun with an air compressor and a blower mattress. Like, I can't do that. So when he tells me it's possible, what am I to go, no, you don't know what you mean? Obviously, he's built it this far. I have no reason to doubt him. So I'm just like, yeah, if you think you can crank it further, then do it. And this was our very fatal mistake, ladies and gentlemen. Alright guys, I'm going to interrupt the video for just 1 second. On screen now is actually a Nintendo gift card. For those of you that don't know, I give away a gift card in every single video here on this channel as a way to say thank you to you guys for supporting it. It really does help an absolute ton. If you already are subscribed with notifications on, then big thank you. If you haven't already, then press those 2 buttons, otherwise your mom's a weenie. It's a proven fact. And yeah, big thank you to everyone already subscribed with notifications on. It helps out a lot. And on that note, I'll shut up and let you guys get back to the video. Thanks. So we kind of sit back, and this time he kind of says, all right, let's get behind this door. So we get behind the door, and he starts pressing the button, fill it up. We're kind of using the door as like a blast shield, and it's going. And he kind of starts holding it way longer than I expected, like to the point where even I was kind of getting uncomfortable. And as I said, I don't really know anything about this, but I'm like, this just doesn't sound good. And then next thing I know, right after I have that thought, it's just a ginormous boom. Like, I don't think I've ever heard something that loud that close to me, other than like, you know, literally shooting a gun, but like you have earmuffs on when that's going on, hopefully. So I had never heard anything that loud, and obviously the first thing we hear is his mom running downstairs going, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? And we're just both like standing behind this door. He still has the button in his hand, and he's still holding it. And we just are like sitting there, and his mom opens the door, and she's like, what are you guys doing? Oh my God. And at that point, he closes the door that we were hiding behind, and we start looking at what had happened, dude. And the potato gun had just exploded. Potato chunks are everywhere, but beyond that, like, the plastic is everywhere. Half of it is behind us in the wall. Like, it had shot kind of off. The way it was coming in, it was near the back of the gun, and the air would come through the front. So I guess when it had popped, like, some of the plastic had gone up, but a lot of it had gone back, and it had gone back with enough force where this plastic jug had like gone halfway into the wall. Keep in mind, it's drywall. It's not like it's the most sturdy material of all time, but that's the force with this thing blew up. And his mom is like, what is this? What are you guys doing? What is going on? And he starts being like, it's a potato gun. It's a potato gun. It went wrong. It wasn't supposed to do that. And his mom's like, why are you building a potato gun in the basement? We literally have a workshop. And he's like, I don't know. I just wanted to do it in the basement. He really had no good explanation. And his mom's pissed. They start picking everything up. She sees the hole in the wall. She's like, your dad's going to be pissed. Are you kidding me? And at that moment, she turns to me and she's like, I think it's time for you to go home. And not wanting to be in the awkward situation when his dad came home and figured out everything, I was like, yes, ma'am. Went up, grabbed my skateboard, and I left. And as I'm leaving, I heard her screaming. She was not too happy with him, so I go home. By the time I got home, she had called my mom and told my mom what had happened, so I started getting in trouble. And by that point, you know, everybody just kind of is so involved in their thing, nobody really is talking very much. So we get to school on Monday, and he tells me that he's banned from the workshop for like 3 weeks. He's got in trouble. He had to fix the wall. He has to mow everyone's lawn for free for 3 weeks. He had gotten in all this trouble. And I had gotten yelled at, but that was about it, because my mom started kind of asking what happened, and when I explained it, she's like, well, I know you're not smart enough to build a potato gun, so I guess there really isn't any way that it can be your fault, because you're too dumb to have done it in the first place. And I was like, thank you, Mom, now have this attitude when I get lower grades, please. Realistically, though, it was pretty entertaining, to say the least. That guy definitely is wild. It was his last potato gun attempt. After that, he kind of started putting his engineering skills towards more like mechanical car stuff like his dad, and he actually is a mechanic now, so I guess it worked out in the end. He might have had a future at NASA, bro. You know how all the billionaires are going to space? He would have been the first. He would have strapped himself to a potato and gotten himself into orbit first, maybe. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I would really appreciate you taking a second to press the like button. Let me know in the comments section down below what you thought. If you don't know what to comment, go ahead and say the word potato. Why not? If you really want to help out the channel, subscribe, turn on notifications, use code SCRUBBY at the G Fuel checkout if you're getting yourself some of the coolest energy drinks for gamers. And of course, you can really help you and me out by getting the merch that's on screen now. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Down in the description is a link to this, the coolest merch to ever exist, proven by science. Other than that, I do have a podcast called The Scuffcast. You can find that down in the description as well, but that's going to do it for the video. Be sure not to build potato guns that will put holes in your wall, just a general piece of advice. And on that note, this has been Scrubby. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and hopefully I will see all of you guys next time with another video. I'm out. Peace.